Hello everyone, welcome back. As you can see, Evolve is on the screen right now, but I am not playing it. This is actually pre-recorded footage, and I'm just going to watch it and kind of talk over it. As you can see right now, they're having the little bit of pre-show before the game. I think this only happens the first time you play as the monster, because that's what this gameplay was. And yeah, I think I did pretty good. So here's how the game starts out, if you're the monster, of course. The flare dropping in, that's where the hunters will drop in at. And you basically have like a 10-second head start to run, as it says right now on the screen. And you really do need to run. You have to get out of there as fast as possible. Because if the team is good, they will kill you pretty quickly. And that little star above their head, that means they have a special power, like a perk. And this one is armor regenerates 30% faster. That one is very good. Now, as you'll see, a lot of this game, especially if you're as the monster, it's going to be a lot of running. And the hunters, it's going to be a lot of chasing, as you would imagine. See right there, I used the smell, and it picked up on the hunters, so I go into sneak mode. And while you're in sneak mode, you don't leave tracks, so that is the best part about it. Leaping is kind of like the same thing, but you leave a track on the leap and where you land. So it's not too much the same. You definitely want to crouch as much as possible, especially if you have some distance between you and the hunters, because it'll really throw them off. A lot of times, the reason the monster loses is because they're not running far enough and they're not trying to hide their tracks. And if you ever try to fight as the hunter when you're at Evolve State 1 or 2, you'll probably die. Just do not do that. You can survive. I've seen games where the monster killed us all at like level 2. I don't think I've seen it yet at level 1. But he is pretty powerful still at level 1. But not strong enough to kill an entire team, unless that team is extremely bad. So yeah, your best bet is definitely just to go eat and run. And this was actually my first game as the monster, so I didn't know how far you should run, and I wasn't checking the smell as often. So as you'll see, sometimes they will catch up to me. That has been corrected in future plays though. I've been a lot better about running away. Tip, by the way, those vultures, you cannot eat them. I actually tried to, but they just kind of come in every time you kill a body. See, I do kill one, but they just vanish, so it's a wasted kill. And here comes the medic, right on cue. And now I'm stuck in the arena, which is what the trapper can do. The trapper is basically like the, as it says, trapper, for the monster. So it has things where you can drop down like a harpoon trap, or you can put an arena up. And she has a little monster thing, like, as you see right there, called Daisy, which will actually track the monster for the entire game. So even if you do lose the trail, Daisy will still be running after it. The problem is Daisy's not that fast, so you will have to trace it yourself. It's just like a little bit of help, just in case the monster gets away too far. And as you see right now, I have a little yellow outline. That means I have a trank dart on me, which slows you down and it kind of limits your movement. So that's really good if you're chasing the monster, and it's why the medic is easily my favorite hunter class, because she has a sniper rifle that not only penetrates the armor, but also sets up points where they can deal double damage on them. And she has a tranquilizer, which will slow down the monster and highlight him so that everyone else can see him. So she is easily the most effective on the team. I'm not sure about Lazarus, because I haven't played as him yet, but Val is definitely really good. And now as you see, the mobile barrier went down, or the mobile arena went down, and I run. Those birds, by the way, do not startle them. That is how they see where you're at. It'll say monster scares birds, and it'll show them exactly where the birds were. So yeah, definitely crouch and try to avoid the birds as much as possible. You can see them with the smell, so yeah, like right there. I forget to sneak again. It's okay, I learn later in this video. I actually have not gotten to play as the Kraken yet, but from what I've been playing, the Goliath is really fun. And so far, well, not going to say that because I almost just spoiled this video, but I'll delve into more of that at the end of it. But yeah, it's a really fun game. The monster is definitely better to play than the hunters, because the hunters, you kind of have to rely on your teammates, and when you have random matchmaking, you always have that chance of, well, just being put with idiots. And there are some people that they'll kind of just stand in one place, which is usually like they put down their controller or something and they're not actively playing. But sometimes they'll just run off in the opposite direction. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? It says monster scared birds. The monster's not anywhere else. Run towards the birds. So yeah, it's really annoying if you get matched with people that don't know how to play. And that's why I like the monster, because I'm more of the solo type when it comes to games anyway. So it definitely fits my playstyle. Oh, and here we go. Now I move on to the evolve stage. And I'm going to find a nice place to hide here. Had a little trouble getting up that. Now basically, you're stuck here for probably 16 seconds, because it takes about 6 seconds to initiate it, and then you have to wait 10 seconds before you can start coming out of it. And once you initiate it, you have to wait that 10 seconds. Like you see I'm getting shot right now, but can't do anything about that because I'm not evolved yet. And now I'm going to go ahead and run out of here before slamming that guy. That's another thing that's good about the monster, is that he has a lot more mobility options, and he's way faster than the hunter. He does have stamina, so you can only jump 3 times before your stamina runs out, but it does recharge pretty quickly. The problem I have with the hunters is that their thruster pack, it runs out of juice really fast. And you're really going to need that when you're trying to chase after this man. Or monster, beast thing, whatever this thing is. So as you can see, those leaps, they take you quite a distance. And it probably takes the hunter twice as many leaps to match your leaps. So you're almost always going to outrun them. The problem is when you stop to feed. That's when they really start catching up. And like I mentioned before, the trank darts also do a very good justice to that. Being shot by the support again. Then I run for safety. See right there, the stamina was depleted. That was actually the first time I noticed it when I was trying to jump, so then I implemented the leap on top of that. So if you run out of stamina, you can always use the leap, and I highly recommend whenever you're starting a match, it gives you 3 points to put into skill chains. You should definitely put 1 into leap and then 2 into flamethrower, because the flamethrower, as you'll see right here, cooks monsters alive, and it kills them extremely fast. And unlike all the other moves, you can do this with the leap and the rock throw, but the fire has a much bigger radius, and you can kill more with it. While the leap and the rock throw, they do have a big radius, you can't move. So anything in that radius you'll kill, but anything around it you won't. So you activate the fire, and you can just kind of spin in a circle. See, right here is what I was talking about. The birds are right there, and I go into sneak mode and crouch around them. You don't have to get this far away, but this was my first time doing it, so I didn't really know how close you could be. And right here, you will see the stealthy elements of the monster. The support's over there, and I kind of just keep to myself. This is where a lot of monsters fail as well, because they would have said, oh, the support's by himself, I'm going to go attack him. But as you'll see, when I keep smelling, here we go, his entire team is there. So if you would have gone for that support, you would have lost quite a bit of health. So, instead, I run away, as you should be doing as the monster, right before they get to me. And that is how you should be playing, all the time. Even when you're level 3, still play on the defensive, unless you have full armor, or unless they're scattered. When you are at level 3, if you see one by himself, even if the team is around the corner, that amount of time of attacking him will probably win you the game. So I would highly recommend doing that, because I've done it before. Just kind of taking a stroll here. Yep, as I mentioned, there is a lot of walking around as the monster. Any short game that you'll... Oh, there's another stack of birds. But any short game you'll play is usually an error on someone's part. If a game is played with good teams on both sides, then it's probably going to be a 20 to 30 minute game. As you can tell, I'm being a pretty good monster. And I just murdered an entire buffet of dinosaur creatures, whatever those things are. Yeah, I'm still playing it. They were actually supposed to end the alpha tomorrow, or they were supposed to end it yesterday, but they've extended it. Oh, here come the hunters. But they've extended it for 2 extra days, so I'm going to try to unlock the Kraken and do another video, because I have not played the Kraken, but he seems overwhelmingly overpowered. It is crazy how strong he is. As you can see, I tried to evolve, coming up here. Yep. But I assumed that if I was going to try to evolve, they would have killed me. So I decided against that. But yeah, the Kraken can actually fly and shoot lightning. So yeah, it is pretty insane. Very, very strong. Even stronger than the Goliath. As you can see, I'm doing a ton of damage here with the Goliath. But the Kraken doesn't even have to get remotely this close. It's insane. As you can see, another good use of the fire, and some rock throws going on here. See, I try to jump for safety here because my health is pretty damn low. And as I mentioned, I'm level 2 right now, so you should not be fighting. And I see the barrier go down, so I make a quick run for it. Right there, I don't care if I startle the birds because I'm probably going to die. So I just go ahead and run out of there. It's also pretty gritty whenever you get damaged as the monster in this. You start losing skin and flesh, like you can see his bones right now. And it's pretty detailed. So yeah, the game's really good looking. I like it. There will be issues in the alpha, because obviously it's an alpha. Like one time I was just completely dropped as playing as the monster. So I never really counted it as my first game as the monster. This is the first game that I ever finished, so technically it's the first game I've ever played. The other one only lasted like 5 minutes. See, now I'm upgrading, and I'm doing what I should have done and put one into charge. Because what I do now is the monsters, I put one into leap, and I put 2 into fire, and then when I level up, I put 1 into fire, and then 1 into rock throw and charge. That way I have all 4 of them by level 2. I made a mistake here by not doing that, because I was way underpowered when it came to the fights. And right there what I did is I pressed B and the attack, and it kind of gives you a leap. See, now I'm doing way more damage to these guys. Yeah, before they stood a chance, now it's just carnage. If you've seen any Godzilla movies, this may look familiar to you. Oh, there goes a pounce attack. Yeah, this monster at level 3, he does not mess around. Do a charge attack over here. Miss that. The charge and the leap I would highly recommend. I would even say that you could put them as your first skill tree list. You could put like 1 into fire, 1 into leap, and 1 into charge. Because the leap and the charge, they'll get you out of fights where people without them will probably get trapped. Because as you saw before, I ran out of stamina for doing the jumps, but you can still do the leap smash and the charge while you're out of stamina. So it's definitely good to have those 2 abilities. As you see right here, I am kind of limping off to the power relay, which is one of the 2 ways you can win as a monster. You can either kill all the hunters, or you can destroy the power relay. I would suggest going for the power relay, especially if you've distracted them across the map, but killing them is definitely a good option as well. What you could probably do, and this would probably be the best result, is you kill 2 hunters and then go for the power relay. If they're dumb enough to attack you with only 2 hunters, then you can just turn around and kill them, or you can destroy the power relay. So it definitely opens up some options if you kill a few of them first. As you saw right there, I destroyed the vent, which I did not know you could do that. And I go charging after this guy. Do a leap smash, bam, you're dead. I was being attacked by his team, so I could not finish him off. But I give them a little fire, and then I make my way out of there. Now the coast is clear. Gonna go ahead and go back to this power relay. But the shooting is bad, so I go ahead and make it out of here. Now as you see, I move extremely slow when you have the trank on him. And then I did the charge, and he got out of there quickly. Again, another good usage of the flamethrower. Now I have increased movement speed. Good, good. It'll help me escape these dastardly hunters. I'm not really sure of the story of this game. I know they said they're saving people by killing this monster, but he's kind of just out here eating animals when they come here. There aren't really any humans here. Maybe there's some backstory that the monsters come out of the woods and they'll kill humans or something. But I don't see that happening. It's kind of like they just went into the wild and started attacking a gorilla. In which case, I'm okay with the monster eating them. Especially since I'm the monster. And speaking of eating, completely missed that there, but you know, it's all in spirit. Now this was a dumb move on my part. Because of my health, if they would have put me in a mobile arena, that would have been it. But I did get a support out of it, so that is good. As you saw right there, the frame rate got a little choppy. That'll sometimes happen when you destroy the environment, like if you take down a tree or something. Most likely something that'll be addressed in the full game, but it's not too much of an issue right now. As you saw, I see the mines and I go around them. It's funny, what they say before the game is that the monster is as smart as they are, so like be on your feet. And it's definitely true. This monster is quite smart. One thing I do like about the hunters is that with the monster you can just climb endlessly, and the hunters, they have a jetpack that runs out of fuel. So what that means is that you can't climb while you have fuel, but if you're right at the edge of a cliff, you can hold down A and it'll climb even if you don't have fuel. Which, it is pretty slow, your jetpack is faster, but it's at least good that you don't have to like walk around or something. Or wait until you recharge. As you can probably tell, whenever one of those little pieces of the circle gets emptied, it goes into your shield, and if you haven't evolved to stage 3 yet, then it'll go into the evolution. Got caught by a trap that someone left out here. Yeah, that trapper is nifty. These things are actually one of the strongest monsters that you can fight, other than the monster that's playable. And that is not good, so stay away from them as the hunter. As you saw there on the screen, it said regenerates health over time. That is actually the only way you can get health as the monster. Because the humans, they have the medic that can heal them and like use the burst and the gun. But the monster can only regenerate its shields. And what that means is that you are at a major disadvantage in a fight if your health is really low, like mine is right now. So what you need to do is go after a big monster, and I've only found this on big monsters, so I think only they can give it away. But sometimes they'll have one that lets you regenerate health. And it's not quick, so you're still going to have to run for a little bit. But it's usually enough to get you going. As you saw right there, the trapper decided to foolishly attack me by herself. And I knock her down, immediately take away that mobile arena. And as you can see, I'm going to kill her. Right after I kill Daisy. Yeah, this is why you'd never split up. I want to stress that. Because you saw how low my health and my shields were. The trapper decided to split up, and now everything's falling apart. And as you can see, at stage 3, you do a ton of damage. Oh, those little dots on me, by the way, those are the spots. God, that's brutal every time I see it. Just picks her up and slams her. But those little dots on me right now, if they shoot those dots, then they'll do double damage. Which is why I love the medic, because you can fill that man up with dots. It gets really bad if you're the monster. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just ripping their team apart right now. That guy actually went over and helped Daisy. It's not going to last, though. Bam, he's down. So what is that? 2 down now. Killed the trapper and the medic, and here comes the support. There goes the support. Oh no, wait, I think that was the assault. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, their team is falling to pieces here. And as you can see, you can actually eat the hunters when you kill them, which is pretty funny. I would like if they added a mechanic where if you eat the hunter, it makes their respawn timer even longer. Daisy's trying to get away, but it's not going to work. Try to hit him in the air, but it's kind of hard to aim that thing. And the support is dead. So now every member of their team is dead. Except for Daisy, which is technically a member of the team. Otherwise, the game would have ended right there. But since Daisy's a part of the team, it leaves it open for me to go rush at that power relay. And oh, you bet I do. So again, to reiterate, when you're playing as the monster, always run until you know you have the upper hand, which is usually during stage 3. And when you're the hunters, don't split up, because as you saw right there, I ripped them apart like cotton candy. It was not hard at all. It was really hard when I was still stage 2 and they got me in that mobile arena. That was the closest they got this game to winning. But yeah, leaving their defenses like that and splitting up, that was a rookie mistake. And now I go in here and I rip up this power relay. And spoiler alerts, kind of win this game. I don't know if you've been able to tell the gist of that, but they're 2 seconds away from spawning, and I've already got this thing destroyed. So yeah, that's Evolve, and I will most likely be coming back and doing some Kraken gameplay. I'm going to be playing this a lot, so that'll probably get me to unlock the Kraken. And yeah, I don't know when I'll be coming back to play another game. I know Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is coming out, so definitely going to be making a video on that. But yeah, this game is extremely fun, and I can't wait until the full game comes out, because I want to play as that third monster. I don't even know who he is, and I haven't played as the second monster yet. But that amount of mystery is just killing me. What's it going to look like? It's going to be a spider? Spider would be awesome. But yeah, I've seen some concepts of what people think it's going to look like. I don't know if those are true or not, but it looks pretty sweet. See, as you can see, you have character masteries here, where you do damage with Fire Breath, Leap Smash, Rock Throw, and Charge, and when you get 1 star in all of those, you unlock the Kraken. So I should have the Kraken by tomorrow. This is actually something that happens after the game, which is really cool, and it shows the entire progress from a map perspective. So as you can see, I'm the big orange one, and I'm running from the hunters. As you can also see, they are very close the entire game. They are really on my tail. But I lose them right there, and that is their downfall. As you can see, they split up immensely right there. That was not a good move. Not a good move at all. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I should be back doing one as the hunter perspective. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it as a Let's Play or in the same format. So yeah, stick around for that. Alright, anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.